Now, in everything you do, always make sure that you pray. All right, prayers is very important. I will first of all talk about the jobs in this country. If you are to work in this country as an international student, you are permitted to work 20 hours a week. All right, and note that this 20 hours a week is the time that, let me say, this is what the officials know. If you want to add more, which is not what they know, it means that you are not going to be doing it legally, but of course you are going to get paid. It just depends on the way you talk with your employer. Of course, there are popular cities like Prague and Brno, Ostrava. These are the biggest cities in the Czech Republic. All right, the first is Prague, with more than 1 million inhabitants. The second is I think is Brno or Ostrava, in that order. So if you are looking to get a job, try to get a university in these places. All right. Now, guys, if you are working in the Czech Republic, you can earn like 5 to 6 euros an hour. This is around 100 Czech crown to around 150 Czech crown. It depends. All right, it all depends on what happens. I think with this money you can live from there, you can pay your rents from there, but you can always have a job if you are pushful. All right, this is a country that is almost 11 million inhabitants. On paper you are going to find they will tell you that it is 10 point, but Czech Republic is more than 11 million. Of course, it's a very big country with a lot of airports, around 70 universities, both private, states and professional. All right, so I will be talking about studies in the Czech Republic today, and I will be talking about the requirements you are going to use to study in the Czech Republic, because admissions is still open and you still have a chance to move by September. I would equally be talking about proof of funds, the documents you need to document how your proof of funds is going to look like for you to migrate to the Czech Republic. I will equally talk about accommodation, how your accommodation is going to look like if you want to move to the Czech Republic. Then I will equally talk about some things you need to know, how the application system works, all right, and some other little details that you need to know. Guys, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe and make sure you turn on the notification bell. On this YouTube channel, you are going to get a lot of things from me. All right, my name is Milton Fonkwa. Thank you so much for sharing our content. Thank you for watching as well. So if you intend to move abroad, make sure you watch videos from this YouTube channel. All right, I will also be using a university called the University of Pardubice. All right, this university I'm going to be looking at, I choose to talk about the university because it's very big. All right, it's a very big school. If you are looking for engineering programs, chemical engineering, computer engineering, environmental engineering, science related, engineering related, then this is a university for you to consider. Again, PhD in this university is almost free and there are scholarships available. And remember, for you to apply for PhD, you need to speak to a couple of people called the study guarantor or supervisors on how to go about this. More details will be in the video, so please make sure you watch the video till the very end so that you do not miss out on anything. I am going to be bringing out my possible best so that I share the information that I think can help you. Now, before you start watching the video, I want to draw your attention to the fact that for you to apply for a visa to the Czech Republic, of course, it's going to be a visa, and you will need to renew your residence permit after 1 year. Remember, when you are renewing your residence permit as a bachelor's and master's student, you still need to show proof of funds. And the money you are going to be showing is the exact money that you used to apply, that you prove that you have money to apply for your student visa to the Czech Republic. Before, it used to be 94,000 Czech crown. All right, then later it was moved to around 107 Czech crown, 107,000 Czech crown. Presently, as I speak, is around 115,000 Czech crown. All right, if you calculate this money, is around 3.1 million CFA francs. Nigerian naira should be around 2.93 million. Ghanaian cedis, I think, is around maybe 30, maybe 29, 30 to 30, no, around 30 to 40,000 Ghanaian cedis. You should verify, guys. I don't know these estimates that well. So that is the money you will need. You will need, as soon as your residence permit expires after 1 year, you need, when you are applying for it, all right, they will give you for 1 year. Probably you will have it for 1 year. Then when you are in the Czech Republic and you are studying, after 1 year, When it expires, you have to renew it, and again you need to show proof of funds. All right, this is for bachelor's and master's students, I guess. Yes, it's for bachelor's and master's students. And remember, not just the proof of funds, by the way, you can still get the document from your parents or from your own account. All right, it doesn't matter, but you need to get proof of funds again. Now remember that there is another document you need to get, which is called the medical insurance. This insurance is a document that always covers you in case you are sick, you go to a hospital for free. Then this document, the only problem with this insurance is that it's expensive. I think it's around maybe 25,000 Czech crown. If you calculate that money, it's around 650,000 CFA francs. All right, but it is for 1 year. This is the main problem. So when you move to the Czech Republic, all right, I remember I said I'll be quoting the University of Pardubice, all right, as an example. So when you move to this country, you should be able to try to start raising the money for your residence permit, for your insurance in case it expires. Insurance is very important, and remember, if you are not having this insurance, you will not be legal, and probably it will limit you not to have jobs in this particular country. All right, so please put to things and make sure you are up to standard. Czech Republic is the third best country in terms of transportation in Europe. If you look at countries with the best transport system, Czech Republic is the third on the list. I think the first should be Switzerland. Austria is fourth. Germany, I think Germany is third or second. I don't remember vividly. Or the first should be Stockholm, Sweden. All right. If you are looking at cities with the best transportation in Europe, Prague, which is the capital city of Czech Republic, should be among the top 5. All right. That is to tell you that a lot of things are advanced in this country. Their airports are good. Education is top notch. Of course, there are some programs that you can study for free. Like I'm telling you, at the University of Pardubice, PhD students get scholarships. And in so many other universities, there are a lot of universities, Harak, Krolav, or there is a university, I'm forgetting the name. It's another university. You can study there and you get scholarship. You can study at Czech University of Life Sciences, you get scholarship. You can study at Medelu University. You can study at Brno University. Remember, I said if you are a student that you are targeting jobs, you should be looking at Prague, Brno, and Ostrava, because these are the biggest cities in the Czech Republic. Don't tell me that it's crowded, that you cannot get a job. No, in as much as you are in Czech Republic, this is a country of 11 million people, guys. I used to be in a country that was not up to 1.5 million people, and I worked. Though it was tedious, but a lot of people did not have jobs, but I had the jobs because I was pushful. So when you move into all these countries, jobs will not come and look for you. You have to go look for jobs. All right. I hope you understand this. Please make sure you when you go in, you get a SIM card, you create a bank account, then you settle down. Now let's go gradually. How do you locate universities? How was I able to come up with the University of Pardubice? For you to locate a school like the University of Pardubice or other universities, maybe Charles University in Prague, or if you want to study medicine, check Charles University in Prague. All right, you all need to go to Google. Click on Google, universities in Czech Republic that offers medical program. State universities in the Czech Republic, list of universities in the Czech Republic. A list of them will drop down. You select the one you need, as simple as ABC. All right, then after that you check requirements. It is same thing. You check the maybe the procedure and maybe documents that they need. All right, I'm still going to talk about documents very soon. You check how their visa procedure is. All right, there is a whole lot about documentation in the Czech Republic before you get your visa. I will explain that very soon. Then when you check all of these things, you apply for a school. All right, when you are applying for a school, make sure you keep job opportunities in your brain. Like I told you, there are a lot of companies in this particular country, maybe Johnson & Johnson and a lot of other companies, restaurants. As a student, your main goal should be you look for a small job that can pay your rent, fit you, and you're good to go. All right, or maybe pay your tuition fee. There are people in the Czech Republic, of course, that can pay tuition fee from their jobs. It's true, yes, you can do that. So when you locate all these things, when you look at job opportunities, of course, required documents that you can use to study in this particular country. All right, required documents now include if you are applying for a bachelor's program. Some bachelor's degree programs are not taught in English language. Those that are taught in the Czech language, you will need a Czech proficiency to apply to study them. Those that are in English, of course, you can study them. But remember, English taught programs for bachelor's, you may go through an interview. All right. Most of the schools in the Czech Republic will call you for an interview. Those applying for masters, especially economics students, you may have an interview as well. And the interview will be focused on maybe calculus, all right, not differential equation, calculus, and some little things about economics. All right, the field of studies you want to study, you may have some questions that are related to them. So you should put all of this into consideration while doing your application. Then remember, the general documents you need are your high school certificate, your WAEC, your O levels, your advanced levels, all right, your NECO, your mature exam. Then these documents have to be legalized, but I'll explain further. Now, these are the documents you need to apply for bachelor's and master's degree. For master's degree, remember you have to add your bachelor's certificate, all right, because it is the certificate that is going to help you to engage or to enroll into a master's program. Your bachelor's and the transcript, they are very important, okay? They are very important. Some schools will even tell you that if you have not graduated, you can get a document to show that you have not graduated, then they can figure a way out. But before you move into the Czech Republic, you need to graduate, all right? So these are the basic requirements. For English proficiency, you do not need ielts, you don't need anything, but they can give you the interview. The interview is just to assess you, to see if you can speak English well, you understand English perfectly. And of course, after that, proof of funds is very important when you are applying for universities in the Czech Republic. You have to check the Ministry of Interior. And if you check very well, the proof of funds, like I said, has been increased now. I think you need around 115,000 Czech crown. Make sure you build your bank accounts very well. There is a video on the channel I talked about building bank accounts, on how you can build your accounts. Follow that video, watch it, and see how much you need. You need around, I think, 115 Czech crown. This should be like, is it 3 million or 3.5? Just make sure you have some reasonable amount of money. If you have a scholarship, if your university is giving you a scholarship, then this is an advantage for you, because at the end of the day, the embassy may pardon you somehow because you have a scholarship. And of course, the scholarship is also going to help you. Remember, there are very cheap schools in Czech Republic. There are schools in the Czech Republic that you can literally pay just 137,000 CFA francs and you study. PhD students, take note about this. All right, even at Pardubice, the University of Pardubice, I think if you check very well, you are going to see the same thing. All right, then there are schools in the Czech Republic that you do not really need a lot of money. I noticed that they actually have a program that is just 500 euros. 500 euros should be, is it how much? How much is that? Calculate in your own local currency. So if you do all of this, you are going to see that this is how you need to go about it. Proof of funds is very important. Make sure you start building the account very early. Your account should be at least 3 months old before you apply. Remember, it's not a blocked account. You are not putting the money in your own father's account or your mother's account. You need the money in your account. And make sure you should open the account, or if you are opening the account, it should be with a bank, or maybe a bank that is accessible to the Czech Republic, and make sure you get the Visa card as well. It is very important, guys. Now we have talked about the proof of funds. Don't spend your proof of funds when you put the money inside and you are going for visa application. No, don't spend the money. All right, you can spend the money if you're a PhD student, and not like you can spend the money, you can remove some of the money, but I don't really encourage you to do that, because the embassy, they might check your bank. Most of the times these embassies, they don't verify, but you never can tell. They can call your bank and maybe things can go gaga. So don't spend it. All right, leave it in the bank until you get your visa. Again, remember the embassy is in Abuja, Nigeria, Cameroonians, other African countries. Those of you going to Ghana, the embassy is equally in Ghana, and a lot of African countries are applying from Ghana and Nigeria as well. Cameroonians, you are going to Ghana, all right? Then remember that when you are trying to apply, you book appointment only once a month at the Czech embassy. Verify the information, and of course, when you are booking the appointment, you should try to book early. There is a time frame you have to book. Around 8 a.m. on the dot, you are booking. This is a secret I'm leaking, which I'm not supposed to. Anyways, remember, as a disclaimer, I don't have anything to do with any university. This is just knowledge I'm sharing, that it should help people to study in this country. All right, Czech Republic is a fantastic place. Touristic sites available. There are a lot of places. The city center, amazing. All right, please do, when you do more research, you are going to find out all of this. And one affordable thing, or very interesting thing, is Czech Republic is a member of the European Union and is found in the Schengen zone. The visa you are getting to the Czech Republic, you will use that same visa and move to other 27 countries, and you study, you live in there for maximum 3 months. You may even book your hotel. You can go to Paris, you can go to Amsterdam, you can go to Warsaw, and any city you want, Frankfurt, Hamburg. You can tour anyhow with just your visa to the Czech Republic in 27 different countries. Is this not an excellent news? So this is why I always insist that it's always good for international students to consult or try to move to the European Union. Because if you're in America now, you would be stuck in the same position. Of course, moving from America to Europe, I think you still need a visa or something as an international student, except a US citizen. So these are some of the things you should consider. Now, we already talked about this, and accommodation. Accommodation is another issue you need to pay attention to. If you are going to be moving to the Czech Republic, try to get accommodation on campus, guys. Typically, accommodation will cost you from like maybe 3,000 Czech crown to like 5,000 Czech crown or even more, depending. Don't take private accommodation. Or I would suggest that for the first year, take accommodation inside the campus. Inside accommodation or accommodation on campus will cost you like 3,000 to 5,000 Czech crown. That's like 3,000 Czech crown is like 120 euros. Convert the money, let's say, guys. And I think 5,000 Czech crown is like 213 euros. At least 213 euros. That is for a room that you are going to be living alone. All right. For those that will be staying with people, you can get something like maybe 3,000 Czech crown, like 2 beds, 2 of you live in the same room. All right. It can be somebody from a different nationality, but if you want to live in a shared apartment with somebody, just know that your accommodation fee is going to cost you like 3,000 Czech crowns. All right. Then again, if you want to stay in your room alone, there are schools that will offer you single rooms and you pay like maybe 5,000. You can get something more than that or cheaper than that, depending on your budget. All right. So that is something you should know. I already talked about jobs, and you can apply for jobs online. All right. You can check job sites, and when you are new in Czech Republic, know that this country is cold. If you are going from Africa, know that it's cold. So you have to arm yourself very well and prepare for the cold. Of course, Europe is not that cold like Canada and USA, like I know, except in Norway and Finland, I think so. So this is what you need. And I think for the requirements, I already talked about how you can check schools. Now, for requirements, you need to check all those documents I mentioned. But remember, all the documents, you have to legalize them. Ministry of Education to Ministry of Foreign Affairs to the Czech embassy before you apply for visa. All right. Now, your schools will tell you how to go about the procedure. There are videos on this channel I have explained about that. So please, I would say that, or I will encourage you to watch this video so that you understand how to go about the process. All right. Some schools will not do notification for you, while others will do it. I think Metropolitan University doesn't do it. I am not very sure. But again, ask them. If they say they are not doing it, of course, you can do your notification yourself and all of that. And remember, Nigerians, your police character, you have to be legalized at the Foreign Affairs, and of course, medical certificate. And your police character expires after 3 months. Is it 3 months? Yes, I guess so. Cameroonians, yours is after 6 months. So Nigerians, remember, they are going to translate all your documents, send back to you to carry to the embassy. Preference is given to PhD students before masters, before bachelors. That is how appointment system works. All right, especially when it is your school that is going to do all of that for you. But again, like I said, most schools will not do it for you. All right, working in the Czech Republic, like I already explained to you, you are going to be using like maybe 20 hours maximum. All right, you cannot migrate with family at the same time. Please don't miss out this. You cannot migrate with family at the same time at this point. If you are moving to the Czech Republic for the very first time, have cash on you. All right, because you can go in and maybe you are not getting a job early. My first movement to Europe, I got a job after 4 months. All right, so you should have cash on you, and remember, your primary focus is education. So even if you are looking for a job, it should be that you are looking for a job to pay your tuition fee and do other things that you need for yourself. I hope this video is okay, guys. You don't need proof of funds like in blocked account. You need the money in your own personal bank account. All right, there are a lot of universities, like I explained to you. Remember, from the Ministry of Education in Nigeria, you have to go to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs before the Czech consulate or embassy for them to put their stamps as well. This process is called super legalization. You have to do authentication at the Ministry of Education. Ministry of Foreign Affairs is doing legalization. Then the Czech embassy is doing super legalization. Then after that, you do notification. There is a video I explain all of these things. All right, so you have to pay attention to this, then do all of this. You send the documents. It all depends on the university, guys. All right, some schools will not be explaining all these things for you. And remember, the legalization cost has increased. I think one document now in my country is 20,000 CFA francs. Guys, you have to look at this and consider your budget. And again, you have to go to Abuja for your visa application. All right, this is all you need. I think with this you are good to go. Czech Republic is very accessible. All right, when you go to the Czech Republic and in, let's say, in an underground train station, because train stations are everywhere. Remember I said transportation is very magic in this country. So while in a train station underground, ask questions. All right, people are friendly, of course, people are friendly, but you do not expect the older population to be friendly. Okay, so interact with whosoever. They don't believe in certain things. Don't try to force your narrative on them. All right, especially, I don't want to talk about this. They don't believe in so many things, so don't force them. Just go there, mind your business, do what you are doing, get your cash, and you move out when you are done. All right, if you want to get permanent residency, why not? You can get it in the Czech Republic. I hope this video will help you guys. If you are new and you didn't know, my name is Milton Fonkwa. Please do not forget, as usual, bang bang bang, subscribe below and make sure you turn on the notification bell, guys. Until we meet again in another one. Peace.